Welcome to BusinessTraining.com. This video module is focused on the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, otherwise known as GINA. This is our agenda for the video topic today. Please take a moment to review the outline. The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act was enacted in 2008 and contains amendments to the Employee Retirement Income Security Act and the Internal Revenue Code. The GINA provides federal protection from genetic discrimination and consists of two parts, Title I and Title II. Title I prohibits discrimination in health insurance, and Title II prohibits discrimination in employment. Genetic information is defined as information that includes family medical and health history, the results of genetic tests or genetic monitoring, the use of genetic counseling or genetic education, and participation in genetic research. This includes a manifestation of a disease or disorder in the family members. GINA states that genetic information shall not include information about sex or age. Genetic information is useful for many reasons. It can help diagnose genetic conditions and guide treatment decisions, predict risk of future disease, inform reproductive decision-making, or even assist in medication selection or dosage. Genetic discrimination occurs when people are treated differently by their employer or insurance company based on a gene mutation or information that causes or increases a risk for an inherited disorder. GINA applies to most health insurers, with some exceptions, such as the U.S. military's TRICARE Health or the federal government's Federal Employees Health Benefits plans. However, there are policies in place that have similar protections to GINA for these exceptions. GINA makes it illegal for insurance companies to request, require, or use genetic information to make decisions on eligibility or denial of insurance, as well as the determination of insurance premiums, contribution amounts, or coverage terms. The insurance company cannot consider family history or genetic test results as a pre-existing condition when determining policies, and they cannot use any information that they do possess to discriminate against individuals, even if the information was obtained unintentionally. GINA does not apply, however, to current symptoms or current diagnosis of a health condition, and insurance companies may use those in determination of coverage. As of February 2011, GINA does not apply to life, long-term care, or disability insurance. How does the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act apply to employers? It makes it illegal for employers to use genetic information when making decisions about hiring, firing, the promotion or demotion, pay, privileges, or terms of contract. GINA makes it illegal for employers to limit, segregate, classify, mistreat, or harass an employee on the basis of genetic information. The employer cannot request, require, or purchase genetic information of a potential or current employee or their family members. Any genetic information an employer does have, however, must be kept in a confidential and separate medical file that is kept safe and ensured compliance with HIPAA regulations. This is an implied task for the human resources professional. GINA applies to employers who have more than 15 employees. There are exceptions to employers having access to genetic information, however. First, an employer may have inadvertent knowledge of an employee's genetic information that was learned accidentally, such as overhearing a conversation. The employer is not considered to have violated GINA. Publicly available information, where an employer may learn the genetic information of an employee or their family members if it is available in the newspaper or other publicly available information sources, is not a violation. The regulation specifically addresses social networking media sites, the first to do so. Social networking sites and media sources that have limited access, meaning that access is granted by a specific individual, access limited to a membership in a particular group, or access requiring more than simply obtaining a username and password, are not considered publicly available sources of information. Sites such as Facebook and Twitter do not fall under this exception. However, covered entities can still rely on the inadvertent knowledge and disclosure exception. The next exception is voluntary health services or genetic services that are offered by employers, such as an employee wellness program. If participation in the program is voluntary and specific requirements are met, forms, questionnaires, or healthcare professionals treating employees may request family medical history or genetic information. Consulting with an attorney before doing so is recommended. The last exception is the forms that employees must fill out as part of requesting time off from work to care for a sick family member under the Family and Medical Leave Act may include questions about genetic information. All the above exceptions do not violate GINA. If you would like more information on the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, please go to the following websites. Thank you once again for your time and attention, and this is businesstraining.com, where you can earn a master's level qualification to make more money.